Welcome to Carvin Software's instructional videos of Staffing Complete. This video will show you how to create an order and process an order. Let's begin with how to create an order. Start by navigating to the Payroll module within the Staffing Complete software. Click Insert. To create an order for a specific customer, type in a portion of the customer's name in the Enter Customer Name field and click Search. Choose the customer from the list by double-clicking on their name to create the order. Once the order is created, a unique 5-digit order number will be assigned. This order number is a quick way to locate orders in the Payroll module. Next, you will need to add positions and personnel to the order. To add a position and personnel to the order, right-click in the white space and select Add Position. First, you will need to set the start date, the end date if applicable, the start time, the end time if applicable, and the correct position. After this information has been set, you will need to assign personnel to the position. There are 4 ways to find personnel to fill a position. The first way is by a general personnel search through the Find Personnel tab. Type a portion of the person's name or social security number in the search field, set the office, and click Search. The second way to find a personnel is through the Past Workers on the Past Workers tab. The third way is by a skills search. Navigate to the Skills Search tab, set the skills required for that specific position, and find the personnel. Lastly, you can find a personnel by which personnel are checked into the software. This means the personnel has checked into Staffing Complete and is waiting for work. Once you have identified the personnel, double-click on the person to add them to the order. This process may be repeated as many times as needed. When adding personnel to the order, their pay rate and their bill rate will be based off of what position is highlighted in the top portion. You can also add a blank position to remind you that there are still positions needed to be filled. This order is now ready to be printed. To print an order, right-click in the grid and select Print. From here, either select Order All, Single Order, or Single Order All. You will then be presented with the print screen box to select printing specifics. Click OK. The personnel will record their hours at the job site, have them verified by a site manager, and bring back the verified order at the end of the day. Now that we have created an order and personnel have submitted hours to be paid, it is time to process an order to pay the personnel. Start by navigating to the Payroll module. Search for the order by typing in the 5-digit order number in the Search Value field and press Search. To add hours for one personnel at a time, highlight their name and then add the hours worked below in the Pay Hours field. Repeat this for every personnel that needs to be paid. If multiple personnel worked on the same date, worked the same amount of hours, should be paid the same rate, worked the same shift hours, or are on the same PO, you can mass change information for all personnel involved by right-clicking in the grid, selecting Bulk Set Value, selecting the work date, hours, rate, time, or PO number, selecting the personnel affected, entering in the desired value, and clicking OK. After you have entered all the hours, the next step is to enter one-time additions, which is giving money to the personnel, or one-time deductions, which is taking money from the personnel. The Equipment Deductions Take Money tab allows you to enter a one-time deduction for items you have specified in the Setup module, such as equipment and transportation. The Additions Give Money tab will allow you to enter a one-time addition for reasons such as advances and reimbursements. Now that you have entered hours and added one-time deductions or additions, The checks are ready to be processed and printed. Switch over to the Step 2 Process Payroll tab. Start by setting your printer, the check date, the pay period frequency, the week start, and week end date, which will be pre-populated based on how the work week is configured in the Setup module, and the Only Process drop-down box. Once these fields are set, click Print. A confirmation box will appear letting you know that you are about to generate checks. If you would like to print a specific personnel's pay, right-click on the personnel's name, select Print Single Check, review the information on the pop-up box, and confirm. Once checks have been generated, the checks will display on the Payroll History tab. The Payroll History tab shows checks that have been generated or voided for this order. From the Payroll History tab, right-click in the grid to Void, View Personnel Profile, Email Pay Stub, Copy a check number, or reprint a check. For more information regarding orders, please visit our wiki at the address linked below.